Sisters to the brothers.
Итак, на 6-й день из печи впервые пошел дым. И первый огонь вот-вот зародится.
I'll let you do just what you're feeling. Come on and live your heart song, people. People, live my heart song. 'Cause if we live our heart song, people, then we people live our heart song. Truth and nothing but the truth. All that still stands when all of the misunderstandings have been resolved and illusions dissolved. So let me play, so let me sing, let me do just what I feel. I'll let you play, I'll let you sing, I'll let you do just what you're feeling. Come on and live your heart song, people. People, live your heart song. 'Cause if we live our heart song, people, then we people live our heart song. As the great mystery of life keeps revealing itself, history keeps unraveling. suppress the many. Now the season for release and healing. So let me sing. Let me do just what we're feeling. I'll let you play, I'll let you sing, I'll let you do just what you're. Come on and live your heart song, people. People, live your heart song. 'Cause if we live our heart song, people, when we people live our heart song.
Все, давай заказываем, что нарисуем тут.
Опа. Открываю.
Волшебная печка.
Да. Любимая игра была.
Jai Mata Kali, Jai Mata Durge, Jai Mata Kali Durge, Jai Mata Kali, Jai Mata Durge, Jai Mata Kali Durge.
Нашла? Где? А, это моя. Потому что ее нужно доделать.
Красавчик ты мой.
Красавчик.
Давайте
Хотя он
подержу,
еще
вы
чуть-чуть мягкий.
можете даже перевернуть его, если вдруг мало ли что.
Прям не помещает.
Да.
Нормально. Чуть
Извини.
подгорает, конечно.
А с этой стороны, может, развернуть его?
Не, нормально, дойдет.
Принял
Нет,
роды
не
у
дойдет.
печки.
Giving thanks for this life we're living together. Giving thanks for this life we're giving to share. I just want to thank you. 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 I just want to thank you for this life. Sweet life, giving me great spirit. I just want to thank you for this life. I just want to thank you for this life. I just want to thank you for this life. Giving thanks for this music, singing together. Giving thanks for these songs we're given to share. Giving thanks for this music.